I believe we have a quorum, and it is 6:30 p.m. I call this meeting of the Charlton Water and Sewer Commission to order. The first item is the public forum. Is there anyone on this call that wants to discuss something that is not already on the agenda? Hearing none, we'll move on to minutes and warrants.
Am I being heard or seen? Jerry Sestero?
Hi,
Anyone?
Jerry. Hi, Jerry. Yes, we can see and hear you.
Oh, thank you. As far as not on the agenda, I have just a quick question about an ongoing building permit for 100 Worcester Road. We're at the stage of the permitting that we have to ask the board for approval to share an existing well for the main building and the proposed ADU.
Is Vinny on?
Vinny,
Yes, I'm on.
Okay.
Wells are not our department. If it's a well question, that should go to the Board of Health.
Okay, well, I was directed by the building department to get approval from water and sewer in regard to being able to share a well with both the main building and the proposed ADU. So I need to go to Board of Health for that.
To my knowledge, the Board of Health oversees everything to do with wells.
Yeah, is there any public water on either property?
It's accessible, it isn't hooked up. If it's an issue to share a well, then the owner would be willing to tie into public water for the main building. And then let the proposed ADU be serviced by the existing well on the property.
Yep. Yeah, I agree with Vinny. If it's solely private well and there's no public drinking water on the property, it's not ours to approve or deny. That's a Board of Health issue.
Okay, so if the Board of Health prefers that we tie into public water, then I would come back to you.
I don't think you have to come to the board necessarily. I think you could go to the office and get a tie-in permit and work that out outside of the boards.
Okay,
I think Vinny and others have the authority to approve that.
Yeah, the first stop would be Southbridge to see if they would approve it. Southbridge regulates the drinking water system in town.
okay. I appreciate the information and your time. Thank you.
Should we pass some sort of resolution in favor of Jerry, or do we have nothing to add here? Just to make it clear that we are in favor of him being able to take action. Is there anything we should be doing?
I don't think so.
All right. We'll hope everything works out for you.
Thank you very much.
Is there anyone else on this call that wants to discuss something that is not already on the agenda? Hearing none, we will move on to minutes and warrants. Mr. Asenso, do you have a motion to approve the meeting minutes?
Yes, so I make a motion to accept the minutes dated July 7th, 2026 and July 8th, 2026 as written.
Do we have a second?
I'll second it.
Okay. We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Hearing none. It's time to hold a vote.
Roll call vote.
Roll call vote, yes.
Mr. Gagner,
Aye.
Mr. Asenso,
Aye.
Mr. Groton,
Aye.
Mr. Thomas Coleman,
Aye.
Mr. Robert Coleman.
Aye.
Great.
I make a motion to accept warrants totaling $117,781.96 for this month's warrants.
Do
I
we have a
second.
second? Okay, it's time for a roll call vote.
Mr. Gagner,
Aye.
Mr. Asenso,
Aye.
Mr. Groton,
Aye.
Mr. Thomas Coleman,
Aye.
Mr. Robert Coleman.
Aye. Do we have a motion on senior abatement?
Did we have, I don't think, Sue, did you send me anything for senior abatements?
At the very bottom of the warrant cover page, it says senior abatements, where it lists all the invoices.
Oh, yes, I see it. Thank you. So I make a motion to accept senior abatements for flats and meters in the total amount of $1,134.05.
I second.
Time for a roll call vote.
Mr. Gagner,
Aye.
Mr. Asenso,
Aye.
Mr. Groton,
Aye.
Mr. Thomas Coleman,
Aye.
Mr. Robert Coleman.
Aye.
Great.
For our next order of business, the Veolia monthly operating report.
Good evening. I submitted the June report. We've been making a lot of repairs. You can see in the operation and maintenance activities and report that I furnished you. On top of that, on some stuff that's not in here, most of the pump stations, wet wells have been cleaned. I think we have 2 left to do. Those are scheduled for this week. One of the things we're finding is the wet wells were so dirty. That's one of the reasons some of the pumps weren't working. Once we clean them, we're getting pumps back in service. One of the issues is at the Route 20 pump station that takes Amazon, the brewery, and the Mass Turnpike. There is so much trash being dumped in there. We took out almost 2 feet of nips. That's a problem because when we take it and bring it to the plant, because that's the only place you have to dump it, we remove as much of the trash as we can, but the nips are a real issue. I urge the board through their consultant to maybe send the people upstream users notification that, obviously someone's dumping more than just sanitary sewer, because it's just going to continue to cause issues. The guy that cleaned the pump station for us, who's been in business for years, is probably the worst pump station he's seen in his career. So just wanted to make you aware of that. Other things going on, we had a new employee start on Monday. He's a grade 5 operator, so that helps us with our staff. Had to approach Mass DEP about chlorinating at the wastewater plant. The UV system's just not doing what it's designed to do. We have Trojan Technologies coming in on Friday to give us an overview of the system, and you're probably looking at some kind of upgrade, but I'll wait till I have the full report from Trojan. Once I do, I'll share that with the board. We're out on Route 31 cammering before they paved that road. I notified Vinny that there is an issue with a ductile iron pipe under one of the culverts. In my conversations with Chris McClure, the town is seeking a grant to replace that culvert, and then you could fix the line then. The problem is that ductile iron is so bad shape that I don't know if you're gonna make it until you get the grant. And if you have a blockage there, it's gonna be a big problem. So we're gonna send some video and some pictures over to Vinny. So that then we might be able to try and jet through it. And that could help, or that could make the situation a lot worse. So once we have the pictures on that, we'll decide what we want to do. And we'll be back out there Friday and next week, finish cammering the line. One of the things we did note that the line is very dirty and is in need of cleaning. So at some point, somebody will have to come back and clean that line. We're also doing all the manhole inspections before they start paving. So any manhole issues hopefully can get addressed before the paving starts. We were able to get 2 Comag return pumps going by stripping pots off of old pumps. We have 2 working pumps now. I was going to ask the board's permission to buy another new pump, which would basically be a spare, but it's a $22,000 pump. So at this, seeing how we only usually run 1 Comag train at a time, we'll just continue to make it by on the 2 pumps that we've rebuilt in-house. And that's all I have for you this evening. I'll answer any questions if there's any questions.
I have some questions.
Go ahead.
Is the UV system not working well because the Comag system isn't working well, or you think the feed water into the UV system is good
To be
enough?
honest, so I think it's a couple things. One, just from my experience, when you add ferric and you don't have a wiper system on your bulbs, the ferric's going to coat those bulbs. And we're cleaning them, and they've been cleaning them by hand for years. I think that's one. One of the things I noticed when we had to bring all the stuff from the pump stations, it was nasty stuff, and we had to put it in the plant. That increased the TSS in the effluent. When you have increased TSS, you're not going to get the kill on the UV either. And the system's antiquated. So that's why we brought in Trojan. Let's let the experts look at it, and then we'll provide you a full report.
Are you coming in from Canada, or it's a rep?
It's a rep. It's still out of Canada, but it's a local rep in this area.
Who is it?
I don't know his last name. I believe his first name's Manny.
Okay.
All right. We've used him at other places. He's a local guy. That's who you have to go through.
The ductile iron pipe on Route 31, is that just a special section? It's strange that sewer pipe is ductile.
So assuming what they probably did is they knew it was going to be underneath the drainage pipe, right? And they didn't want to use plastic, so they used ductile. What they should have done is use an oversized ductile pipe and sleeve the plastic through it, but they didn't do that. So, and then you got the H2S, it's constantly hitting that, right? So it's rotting it. And, according to Vinny, because he knows the system better than me, you get a large number of customers over there. So we want to look at the videos, because you could put the Jetta through it, and it might get through, and you might be good, and you might even be able to reline that pipe, or it could break the pipe, or the Jetta could get stuck, and that pipe is 12 feet deep.
How long of a section of ductile is there?
I spoke to the kid that did the work. He's coming back Friday, and he had already left today. He said roughly about 30 feet.
Yeah.
But we're going to shoot the camera again from both ends, and then be able to give you the exact length of the pipe, Eric.
Yeah. And the Comag return pump, who's that through? You buying that from?
We got 2 prices. One was, we didn't ask to buy it because we were able to get 2 running based upon what we had there. One was from Carlson Systems, and I don't remember who the other quote was, but there was a pretty big gap. One was $22,000, and the other one was $29,000.
Is Carlson the cheapest?
I'd have to go back and look at the quotes. I didn't really bring them with me, Eric, because I wasn't asking for that money at this point.
Carlson was 29 and Hayes was, 22,154 each.
Did they say the lead time on any of that stuff?
Again, Eric, I didn't follow it up because we have two working pumps at this time. If the town wants us to buy one and have a spare on the shelf, I can certainly look into it, but just keep in mind, most of the time, you're only running one train at a time unless you get extremely high flows.
Yep.
And Eric, if I can add, in my time when I was in Charlton back in 2019, we were having problems with getting sufficient disinfection with the UV system back then. So the systems, as Shane said, is antiquated, and we've had kind of historical challenges with getting good results from that.
Yeah, I don't know that the COMAG system has been working very well for years now, and I wonder how much of the poor performance of the COMAG system leads to poor performance of the UV system. That's all I was curious about.
Yeah, I mean we're getting really good results right now, and we're still having UV challenges. As Shane said, when you use ferric in the system, it tends to coat the quartz sleeves, and they're doing a really good job at cleaning those on a daily basis because they don't have automatic wipers installed to try and get the best results out of it. But all the ballasts work, all the bulbs work, all the sleeves are in good shape. So we're doing the best we can with the system. So it's gonna be good to get Trojan in there and to kind of get their reps to give some suggestions and maybe do some testing as well.
And just on that note, Eric, with the chlorine, the last result for E. coli was less than a 1. So we are exceeding permit by a lot with the chlorination.
Okay, I guess I didn't catch that you were chlorinating downstream of the UV.
Yeah, I had to get permission from DEP, and which we did seek out because we just weren't, just kept violating with E. coli. So they agreed that the best thing to do, especially this time of year, would to be start adding chlorine. We're tracking residuals in the effluent, and we're also tracking residuals at the discharge point into the river.
Okay. And given that the operations contract expires sometime in, is it October?
I believe it's October 31st.
Yeah, so we have 2 more meetings with you. We'll see you again in September and see you in early October.
That's correct.
Okay. That's all I had. Thank you.
So with regarding the issue of the NIPS ending up in our system, should we be drafting a letter to send to everyone on the system that we can, let them know that we have this issue? They should be working to resolve it if they are aware of where they might be coming from.
What we've done here in the past when we've had the same issues is you send anybody on that contributes to that pump station, you send them a letter letting them know that you're having the issue and that you have the ability to camera those lines and find out who's causing the issue. And if it gets to that point, then you could come after them for the price of that work. Sometimes that gets the customers to stop doing what they're doing. Quite frankly, I don't believe the people that are putting this stuff down into the sewer, whoever owns the building, I bet you they're not even aware it's going on, would be my guess. And it's not just a nip or two. No,
with-
it was 2 feet of nips.
How many nips does it take roughly to get to 2 feet worth?
A lot. That's all I can say. We didn't count them, but it's a lot.
You're
I've been
thinking
doing this
triple
35
digits?
years. I've never seen anything like that.
Let's do an experiment, Robert.
I'd say based on the pictures, hundreds, right, Shane?
No, at least. And I don't know when the last time the pump station was cleaned, but it was definitely nasty. So regular cleanings will definitely help. But you still want to try and get the people to stop putting stuff down the sanitary sewer that they shouldn't be putting down there.
Shane, it was clean this month, last month?
Yeah, it was. We had to do it actually. It took us 2 days. That's how nasty it was.
Can we have it checked, this month, see how much is down there before it becomes an issue?
Yeah, the nips are coming to the basically staying on top of the grease mat. So I can certainly have it checked again and give you another update at the next meeting.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So how do we draft the letter? Do we draft by committee? Do we just have Sue do it? Does the chair just draft it?
Sure, draft the letter and send it to the committee, and I'm sure the town lawyers want to look at it before it goes to the customers. I would think.
So Sue, can you draft a letter for, I guess, town's lawyers to look at?
I think it would be a combined effort between the commission.
Okay, yeah, that's a good idea.
So do we just draft it in the open meeting and discuss what it should say, or?
No, we don't have to draft in an open meeting, but you can all put your thoughts together and we can draft something up.
Okay,
Oh, well, I guess we should emphasize that we hope the problem can be resolved quickly without needing to escalate to putting cameras anywhere, and I'm sure whoever is the nips going out doesn't even know what's going on, and hopefully they can get it sorted out and figure that out.
you are an optimist.
Doesn't hurt to try being nice.
Vinny, there's a very limited number of customers that feed that, right?
Amazon, there's very limited customers that are going to be feeding it that level of nip balls. So the Mass Turnpike Authority feeds it, Treehouse feeds it, and Amazon. They're the big contributors.
Yep.
I'd like to add though, the Turnpike, correct me if I'm wrong, Vinny, that has a station?
No, that does not. That's just a flow meter.
Oh, that's the flow meter. Okay. Yeah, it's definitely, I agree. It looks like a, an industrial user, or a business of some sort. I don't know if the Treehouse has some sort of intermediate tank that was part of their pre-treatment that may have.
I think that's only for the process flow.
Okay. Well, so maybe there's a possibility from that as well.
Yeah, probably not, but we should still include them.
Mm-hmm.
Has to be thorough.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that we should make sure is in the letter? Just something along the lines of, look, we have this problem. There are a lot of nips in our system. We're hoping if you can find out where they're coming from, you can make sure they stop going in. If they keep going in next month, we're going to have to use cameras to figure out where they're coming from. And that would be unfortunate. We prefer it to be resolved before that has to happen.
Yeah. Vinny, the Route 31 TV work, we can use that for our II work for this year, but that's not sufficient to cover everything we're obligated to do, does it?
I believe we need to do 20% of the system.
could we schedule the next section to be upstream of the?
We need to have the SHAPS permit in place for that to happen, which includes traffic control measures.
Yep.
And
But
yeah,
I
there's
wonder
still,
whether we could kill two birds with one stone here and do some II work and kind of narrow down the NIPS source at the same time. So instead of sending out a blanket, like it might be you, and having everybody ignore it, say, we know it's you, and we're gonna take action if you don't fix it.
yeah, I mean, we got 4 months left before the end of the year. I'm sure we can get that SHAPS permit issued and arrange for a contractor to do that work.
Yeah, what's the permit you're talking about?
The state highway access permit,
Okay,
the town has a blanket one for emergencies, but an individual one needs to be pulled for maintenance items like this. And it needs to include a traffic plan and be approved by Mass DOT.
So how much
And
of this can be done before our next meeting?
Probably just a letter.
Just getting the DOT permit is a process, and it can take, because we deal with it here in Sturbridge, it can take, a month, 2 months, even after whoever from the town submits it. And with the traffic being like it is over there, they'll be pretty particular about what you're doing for traffic, and it can get very detailed. And the other issue is you're cammering 31 right now and getting away with it because it's not too bad in need of cleaning. Typically, you clean the line before you camera it. If that line hasn't been cleaned, your other issue is when you do clean it, what to do with the waste.
well, it has to be done sometime.
No, I agree. I'm just letting you know that it's not as simple as just popping a manhole and throwing a camera up there. And if it has to be cleaned, getting rid of the material can get very, very expensive.
Yeah, well, if the pump station was that bad, do we think that is a area that probably needs to be cleaned?
From what, and I'm only going by what I'm told, I don't think your system's ever been cleaned. Vinny might know more than me, but if your system's never been cleaned, it's gonna need to be cleaned, and it's probably gonna be pretty bad.
Yeah, that section definitely needs to be cleaned.
Well, let's do it. Let's do it on Veolia's watch.
Yeah, McDonald's definitely coated those pipes with grease.
Right. I'm kidding, but I don't think the fact that it's never been done and it's going to be difficult is a reason we should avoid it and kick it down the road much further, especially if we're having a problem, with that much trash in that section. Makes me think that that's maybe the next place we want to tackle. And I'm not saying we have to do it now. I just don't think we push this to the back burner and never think about it again.
Yeah, Eric, your biggest problem is dewatering. You got to have a way to dewater the trash and then be able to put the trash in a dumpster and haul it off. And your current situation doesn't have that ability.
And won't have that ability for years.
Or you can buy, they do sell dewatering equipment for stuff like that you could put over a manhole and dump the stuff into there and let the stuff go into the plant and grab the trash and then put that into a dumpster. But it's a process and it's not cheap.
This is Chris. I mean, I can help you guys facilitate this. I think with the dewatering trailer and the traffic management plan, I'll do that. So we could at least get the ball rolling if the commission wants to.
Yeah, it's probably a bigger issue of how do we prioritize what sections of town need to be done? How do we identify the 20% that we're going to do this year and next year and the year after? There is no plan like that, is there, Chris, that you know of?
No, there isn't, but that is the priority right there. That section of pipe has been a problem in the past. There's been some SSOs on it. And I think that's the one that we gotta get after right off the bat.
Yeah. Okay, well,
While Chris wants to do it, can we still send a letter to, Amazon and Treehouse in the meantime?
Shane, do you happen to have a template or of a draft of a letter that you've used in the past? Maybe that would help shape what the commission needs to pull together as well.
Yeah, I can dig something up.
Yeah.
Let me see what we
Yeah.
have, because like I said, we've done it here in the past, and it has actually worked for us. My problem here was baby wipes more than trash. So I'm sure I have something in my library I can dig up and send over to Sue, and she can use that as like a template.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm sure whether it's at Sturbridge or one of our other projects, we can do something. Like Shane said, we send a lot of these out for grease and wipes. So I mean, I think we can just modify it slightly to say, nip bottles.
Okay. Does anyone have anything else to say about Veolia's monthly operating report? Hearing none. New business. The sewer operations RFP is next on the agenda.
I'd like to, Robert, if you're okay, with me interjecting, I spoke with Andrew Golis, the town administrator, who is also the chief procurement officer, and he's recommending or suggesting a workshop with himself and McClure Engineering to discuss the correct procurement process. How does the commission feel?
I suppose that sounds like it would improve the procurement process.
What I would need is a couple of dates where you guys are all all available, including Andrew and Chris. We can set something up because it has to be posted.
Okay,
But it would be a workshop.
can you get us on an email discussing that and coming up with a date, please?
So you want me to send out an email so you guys
Well, I mean,
don't,
if we're all here now, do we have access to our
Andrew's not
schedules?
here. Not everyone's here.
right, but are specific days or times better, and then we can dwindle it down from there? Are mornings better, afternoons?
I'm available pretty much anytime.
Robert?
Not Monday or Wednesday nights, but otherwise available.
Emmanuel, what's your schedule like?
Tuesdays and Thursdays are tight for me, but any other day I can adjust.
Is that all day, Emmanuel, Tuesdays and Thursdays?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
so-
Tuesday, Thursday, yeah, all day.
But Mondays and Wednesdays you could make work.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I'm off free.
Okay, and Paul? Paul, what's your schedule like?
Pretty much available.
Okay, and Eric?
I cannot participate.
That's right, you said, I knew that. I was testing you. All right, so when I'm back in the office, I will send out an email and include Andrew and Chris and all of you on it, and we can get that going.
Okay. All right. So should we be continuing the sewer operations RFP process, or should we be waiting for the?
You will be waiting for after the workshop.
Okay. And the next item on the agenda is the staffing update.
All right, I'm just gonna interject here again. Two questions for the board of the commission. Today, Lynn, Ashley, and I met with several candidates for the admin position. And we would like to know if you are okay with our recommendation, or would the commission like to have a second interview?
Are you recommending this person for hire?
Yeah, yep. I just want to know, I'm not gonna name names or anything, but, I just need to know if you are okay with our recommendation, or is there a subcommittee that would like to meet and interview them as well?
I'm okay with your recommendation.
Yes,
Okay.
am I?
As am I.
Great. So can I get a motion then?
I move to accept the recommendation of Lynn and Sue in the hiring of the new Water and Sewer Commission admin position.
Second?
I second.
All right. Mr. Gagner?
Aye. Aye.
Mr. Asenso?
Aye.
Mr. Groton?
Aye.
Mr. Thomas Coleman?
Aye.
Mr. Robert Coleman?
Aye.
Okay, and second thing I would like to discuss is, with the upcoming projects that are coming down the pipeline, what are your thoughts on changing the foreman position to a superintendent position?
I support it. Sitting through the interviews we had, we were getting foremen, people that were qualified to be a foreman, but we really need a manager, like a project manager to manage these projects. And I don't think we're gonna get that with the advertising as a foreman and offering a foreman salary.
Okay,
So the superintendent, the people that you interviewed would not be qualified to be superintendent, Eric?
The only one we had that was close was way out of our price range.
Okay. All right, I agree to make it a superintendent position.
okay, could I get, a motion to do that? Motion to change, foreman position to a water sewer superintendent?
So moved.
Second?
Aye.
All right, where's my list? Mr. Gagner,
Aye.
Mr. Asenso,
Aye.
Mr. Groton,
Aye.
Thomas Coleman,
Aye.
Mr. Robert Coleman.
Aye.
Great.
Is there any further discussion of the staffing update? Hearing none, now it's time for old business. As the first such item is the Griffin Road water main extension.
I'm not sure if Larry's here. He did email me asking me the time, which I did give him. Do you want to skip over it and come back? Maybe he'll show up.
I think that's reasonable. The next item of old business is the privilege fee discussion.
Is this on for me? Sue, did you put this on at my request?
I did.
Okay. So as background, in December, the board voted to pursue the major renovation of the wastewater plant. And as part of that, we retained the services of a rate consultant whose name is Matt Abraham to review our sewer income and expenses and see if we can if he could advise the commission on options for funding the new plant. In May, he met with myself, Tom Coleman, Vinny, Sue, and Ashley in a virtual meeting. It gave us a spreadsheet. At the time, some of the analysis needed to be confirmed, but right now, through 2027, we have a surplus. But starting next year, actually, there's a deficit of 300,000, a projected deficit of $326,000. And by 2029, it goes to $800,000 in deficit. And it's mostly due to operating expenses that are growing with really no increase in our income. In June, he forwarded us a spreadsheet comparing the annual costs for towns around us, including Auburn, Holden, Northbridge, Oxford, Rutland, Southbridge, Spencer, and Sturbridge. Charlton's rate was right in the middle of all those. They ranged from $695 a year to $1,500 a year, and our average rate is $910. Our income is about half of our income is from the sewer user fees, and the other half of our income is basically from like high strength fees. And there's almost no income really from tie-in fees. There's a little bit this year, but there's none in that projection for the next couple of years. So he had a projection. He just put some numbers in there, a 5% increase in user fees and a 20% increase in the sewer loading fees, those high strength users. Every year, a 5% increase every year for the next 10 years would result in $2 million in deficits through 2033. And all models project that increasing the rates early help to prevent future deficits. And again, there's no income here for the future renovation of the plant or any capital improvements. This is just us paying our normal bills. And we're going to go in the red here pretty quickly. So I'd like to make a motion tonight to increase those fees, and I have some recommended numbers. But Sue, did you look and see whether we're authorized to do that, or we need to go through a
I did not look into it.
hearing?
Yeah. I was part of only when we increased, I think it was the ammonia levels. I wasn't a part of user fees. So I'm not sure how that was done.
When we increased what level? When we increased what?
The surcharge ammonia fees. We had a public hearing for that.
So do you think if I made a motion to increase these rates and the number is roughly 15%, I think at 15%, we stand a chance of not going into deficit in the next 2 or 3 years, pursuant to some refining by Ashley and Mark. But I think 15% looks to me like the number that keeps us from going deep into debt. If I do that, do you think the board can actually move that through, or do we need other authorization before we can do that?
I'm not certain.
Any ideas how we can figure that out, or?
I would have to talk to either Andrew or Ashley to see how it was done. Paul, do you remember? Paul, no.
No, I do not.
Eric, I have a question. With the 15% increment, is it guaranteed to prevent the trajectory we are heading, or is this just some estimated, figure that we are hoping that it will work?
Yeah, I mean, we don't know some costs, right? Veolia is not going to continue with this contract. We don't know what the costs are going to be for the next contract operator. That's a major cost that we have. These are all based on increases that in costs that we have incurred over the last 3 or 5 years, that those increased costs would just continue to increase, like all costs are going up. The basic, truth here is that our costs continue to go up and our income has not increased. And so we're pretty far behind in trying to catch up here. So no, it's certainly not a guarantee. A lot of these numbers are, I think Matt Abraham's thought sewer disposal fees would go up 3% a year. Is that the real number? We don't know. But he's pretty sure it goes into deficit pretty deeply within a year or two. I think
Or maybe can we wait for the new, contract to be signed and we can then figure out to get with them and see, or no?
I think I missed what you were saying.
No, I'm saying that, I know we're gonna get a new contractor, right? So do we do this when the new contractor starts, or we want to do it now? Will it make a difference?
I think it would. I don't know whether it would make a difference. The budget he gave us envisioned a slow, steady increase that was built into the contract with Veolia. I'm assuming that the new contractor we get is going to be a step higher than we currently have. And so it's just going to change that a little bit. I don't know the approach. I think we should be prepared to raise the rates in some significant fashion in the next 3 or 4 months. And how much that is, I think, is going to be a little bit of guesswork. And I think we're probably going to have to do it every year for several years to kind of stay above it. Matt's prediction was a 5% increase every year for the duration of his projection. And it still resulted in that $2 million deficit over the next 6 or 7 years. That tells me that 5% wasn't enough. So I think I could table this, not make a motion, and we could have an offline discussion amongst, by email and everybody could have a chance to look at that spreadsheet in the next month, come back and talk about it next month. And maybe we'll have some idea of what the contract is going to be and try to refine that number a little bit.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But I think we should think about raising the user fee, the residential fee, the commercial fee, the large user fee, or the heavy waste fee. And we should think about raising the sewer tie-in fees. They haven't been increased since 2003. I think we need to talk to the MTA, find out what their intentions are and their schedule is for coming offline, because we know that they will not be a user for a year or two, and they're a major source of income for us. And we should talk to Treehouse about their long-term plans for discharging additional waste to us once we get the treatment plant that can handle it.
I agree with everything you said.
Yeah, with Treehouse in particular, they might change their plans once they know that we're going to be there for them. If they decide to plan around producing more that needs to be disposed of.
Yeah, and I'd like to know if we're going to be there for them. Like, it's right now we're just talking about major increases just to stay where we are with our treatment plant that isn't performing. And so getting a new treatment plant that is performing is a whole nother level. So I'm not gonna make a motion. I'll send some information around. I don't know how many of the other commissioners besides Tom and I saw the spreadsheet with the projections, so I'll make sure everybody gets a chance to look at that in the next month, and I'll ask to get back on the agenda next month with maybe a better plan and to know what authority we have to raise the rates.
That's good.
Thank you.
Is there any other discussion of privilege fees? Hearing none, the next topic is McCleary Engineering, water system status updates.
Robert, could we circle back? I believe Larry's on the meeting now.
Oh, yes. Okay, the next topic of discussion is the Griffin Road water main extension. Larry may speak now.
Yeah, no, I'm Larry McKissick, PCK. I'm ready to get on with the meeting as soon as you guys are. I'm just looking for an update on so that the water can be put in, so we can put the water line in. I believe all the paperwork that you guys asked for is all handed in. McClure did all of the engineering for it, and Sawbridge has accepted everything. The plan is to put the water in no later than by the end of October, hook up all the houses. Every house is signed off on hooking up to the water, including all of my properties. So I believe I wasn't at the last meeting. My son stepped in for me, and you guys wanted me to sign for my own properties, so we did that. And the other question was waiving the fee to tie everybody in, so I'm paying for it.
Sue, are all the properties accounted for in Griffin Road, as far as you understand?
Yeah, they were part of your packet.
Yeah. I move to waive the tie-in fees for the Griffin Road water main extension for all properties for which we have signed authorizations.
Do we have a second?
Second.
I'll second.
So, when I do that motion, I'm going to list all those properties that we have.
Okay.
Yep, agreed.
All right. I do think that it is warranted to waive the fees, given that the fees are supposed to be for the pipes that are being built privately, funded privately. And yeah, we'll be voting yes. Does anyone have anything else to say on the matter? Hearing none, it's time for a roll call.
Mr. Gagner,
Aye.
Mr. Senso,
Aye.
Mr. Groton,
Aye.
Mr. Thomas Coleman,
Aye.
Mr. Robert Coleman.
Aye.
Great. Larry, do you have any other questions?
I do. I just want to make sure that we have the approval of the board to put the water line in. I haven't heard that yet, so just want to make sure we're all the affirmative so I can start scheduling things and getting plans in place to get everything going.
I think I thought the issue was waiving the tie-in fees. I didn't know we needed to approve anything. Vinny or Chris, is it your understanding that we need to prove that? Is that something that's already been through? Is there another process that he has to go through to get the approval to start construction?
Chris, you want to take this?
Typically, pull the application permit. You guys have all the plans and specifications. So pull the application permit with yourself in the town of Southbridge and go.
Yep, we're all set with all that. Okay, awesome. All right, guys, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And, is there anything else you need me for?
Be well.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Okay, so the next order of old business, McCleary Engineering Water System status updates.
Okay, well, there's nothing much new to report on the chloramine enhancement and putting the water tank online. I'm still waiting to hear back to get approval. Eric, I don't know if you were able to facilitate any discussions that you had some contacts with the state regarding a project such as this, where the chloramine injector would go to supplement the storage tank.
We have resolved our issues with Weymouth on a similar project, but it's so I can send that to Randy.
We appear to have an echo. Okay, continue.
Is it mine?
Yes.
Okay. Can you still hear me?
Yes.
It's better now.
And so, other than that, just been the status quo. Everything's been operating as such, and that extension over on City Depot Road has been completed as of today, and that's to get number 9 City Depot online. Yeah, once I get some additional information on the storage tank, I'll get back to the commission on that.
Okay. Is there any further discussion of McCleary Engineering Water System status updates? Hearing none, the next order of business is Vinnie's monthly project updates. Monthly and project update.
There was a few things that went on this month. There was a sewer main break on Burlingame Road. That's a force main. We called McLaren to handle the management of that situation. He had Russ Lemansky out there to do the excavation and pipe repair. And we reported the SSO to the DEP. The oil tank for North Main Street was ordered. Charlton Oil installed it. They're working on fulfilling the requirements of the permit now. 6 City Depot Road is tying into the water system as of yesterday. Soper was out there digging.
I'm sorry, I just want to recap. That was number 6?
Oh, hold on. I might have them mixed up.
The
It's the
laundromat
mill.
or the mill?
The mill.
Okay, isn't that 9? It's 6.
6.
The mill is 6, correct?
That's correct.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
That's
it's
it.
six.
Mill is 6. The laundromat is 9.
Oh, the mill is 9.
No.
I confused you all. I said 9, but it meant 6.
Okay, good.
Thanks, sir.
Gotta flip it upside down. Not flip it upside down.
So the mill connected.
The mill is being connected, correct?
Okay, great.
And then Shane already gave you guys the update on what they found cammering over there on City Depot Road. I've reached out to contractors who can coordinate to make the replacement if needed. And I'm still waiting to get a hold of Highway on that to see what their plans are. Oh, I got one more thing on here. DEP sent us a notification. They want to do a fact-finding meeting on August 12th at 10:30. The fact-finding meeting is for non-compliance issues and staffing. Veolia said that they're going to be bringing their attorney. I recommend that the town should bring theirs as well. We reached out to Andrew and he made the arrangements with the town's attorney.
And Robert and I are planning on attending.
Did you, what date?
It's August 12th at 10:30 a.m.
It's next Wednesday, Robert.
Okay,
I can give you a ride if you'd like.
Vinny, I could have sworn that email said noontime. Is that right?
There's been a few versions of it. It's been changed a few times. The most recent one I had was August 12th at 10:30.
Okay, all right, thank you.
I just want to circle back to the pump station with the NIPS. I did talk to Shane, and I just want to make sure that we have pictures and documentation to back us up, which he says he does have.
Yeah, so I have the pictures. I'll get them in an email to you.
That'd be great. Thank you.
Yep.
it's on the record. All right,
The meeting's at 10, the letter from the state.
Yeah, I saw that.
is there any further discussion of Vinnie's monthly and project updates?
Those are just the big ticket items. A lot of daily occurrences around the office, but nothing in particular.
Okay, is there any other business unknown at time of posting?
I was asked last meeting and agreed to meet with Andrew about finding space for the administrator either at the town hall or at the highway department office. He's looking into it and he'll get back to us when he talks to Nick.
Okay, is there any other business unknown at time of posting? Hearing none, the next meeting will be
Isn't it
September
2nd?
2nd, Wednesday, September 2nd, 6:30 p.m. on Zoom. This same link should get you there. And that's when we'll all be meeting again.
Just to reiterate my email that I sent and the importance of getting those signatures done. ASAP, Mary Devlin has a folder of papers. They're all labeled with who needs to sign what. So if you could do it in the morning, that would be wonderful. She's in the town administrator's office. Her name's Mary Devlin. And there's just several papers that need to be signed, specifically the one that is allowing the mill to assess the privilege fee. They have a drop dead deadline that they have to have that submitted by.
What time
Did I already-
is 7:30?
Building opens at 7:30.
Okay.
Did I sign that, Sue, when I
Are
came
we all
in?
required to be there?
Eric, you did sign it. Eric and Robert signed it. So some papers need 3 signatures, some need 1, so they're all labeled.
Okay,
But minutes do require 3 signatures, and the privilege fee to be assessed has to have signed minutes that go with it.
All right.
All right. So we'll be in there tomorrow. Is there a motion to adjourn? Wait, no.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I second.
All right.
Is there any
Mr.
discussion? No. Hearing none.
Mr. Gagner,
Aye.
okay, Mr. Asenso,
Aye.
Mr. Groton,
Aye.
Mr. Thomas Coleman,
Aye.
Mr. Robert Coleman.
Aye.
Awesome, great. Thanks, guys.
All right, everyone have a good month and be safe.
Thanks, you too.
Good night.
Thank you.
Goodbye.